ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Cologne podcast. My name's Mike.
My name's Ryan, and we're just two best friends going on a fragrance journey and giving you our very uneducated opinion on it.
That's right. We've been at this for 2 years, Ryan.
Can you believe that? Is today 2 years exactly?
Yes.
Today.
When this posts, yes.
Fuck.
2 years we've been at this, and a year ago, we smelled this fragrance.
Yeah.
And then we had some Rochambeau happen. Todd lost the files or something like that. Mm-hmm. And the episode went missing. And we completely forgot about this fragrance.
Yeah.
Until our friend Mike C sent us this along with quite a few Frederic Malle samples.
Yeah.
And we got horny for it.
Yeah. We did. So we're going to smell it again.
Yeah, and if you're a Patreon, we found the old files. You're going to get the previous episode. Plus, you'll be able to listen to this one and see how have our noses become more articulate over this last year.
Probably not that much.
Yeah, probably not that much. I've got Erica74 from Fragrantica. I just got to read this to you, Ryan.
Hey, you just got to do it.
Let me, please.
Do it.
Okay. Erica74 says, "This is pure animal, savage, vulgar, untamed, unrefined, rough, wild, all of that. Musc Ravageur indeed. It doesn't fit my personality at all, and maybe that's why on my skin it reeks like an old man's living room, dirty cat sitting by a fireplace, hairballs everywhere, spilled cognac all over an old armchair, cookie crumbs and nutshells on the carpet, stuffy air and all. Totally a horribly wrong fit. We come from different universes. But I can understand that on somebody else, on an appropriate skin, on the right occasion, this could be hard to resist. A statement sent."
Wow. There was a lot of bad she put in there, though.
Yeah.
The cat part? Yeah.
It's kind of scares you, right?
Yeah, it does.
That's Erica74, our Fragrantica review for the day.
Yeah. And before we get into our scent of the day, we got to do our one-night stand review of that little Papier.
Ooh, little Papi.
How do you actually pronounce it?
Lo Papier.
Lo Papier by Diptyque.
Hit the music, Todd.
Yeah. One night stand review.
Well, Mike, after spend the night, I don't know, drawing fucking splotches on pieces of paper.
Yeah.
What did you think about Lil Poppy?
Yeah, so after wearing the fragrance for a while, letting it dry down, smelling all the whole journey, just whiffing through the air, I have to say, I fucking love that fragrance.
I don't love it as much as him, but I was pleasantly surprised. And as soft as it was, and it seemed like I wasn't smelling it, we kind of got out and about that day. I was like, hey, you know what? I can actually smell this quite a bit. Yeah. And it was on the tester strip the very next day, like hardcore.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
It's not for me, but I just think as a scent, it's unique. It's enjoyable to smell.
More feminine, I think we both agree.
Definitely more feminine.
Gotcha.
Yeah, very floral, but it had that kind of steamed rice accord.
It's sweet. Sweet.
Yeah.
Steamed rice.
And floral.
Yeah.
And flowers in the air. Flowers everywhere.
Yeah. I think we both said at least a sample, right?
Yeah,
That's
I think
still the same verdict?
I still feel the same way. If I leaned heavier into female fragrances, I'd say it's a 100% buy. It is just a really great fragrance.
Yeah.
It really is. I would never wear it, but I love it.
Yeah.
It smells incredible.
Yeah. I think that sums it up perfectly.
Okay.
And with that being said, I'm ready to smell this, I don't know, old man, cookie, crumble, cat piss fragrance we're about to hit up.
Oh, yeah, baby.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
You go, because I've been going first last couple of times for weird.
Okay. Well, ladies first.
Oh.
Oh, yeah.
Damn. First off, let me tell you people, it's nuclear.
Yeah, it's massive.
Like, yeah.
Clackerville.
Yeah, USA. Population, this fragrance right now. Okay?
Yeah, for sure.
This thing is got a huge set on them.
Yeah.
And it smells fucking amazing.
It is very masculine. Got an old school vibe.
Yeah.
and I'm about to play Mr. Hoity-Toity, I can smell notes, but it has a vanilla type vibe to it.
Yeah, but it's probably the best I've ever smelled.
It's the most masculine vanilla I've ever smelled.
This shit is insane. Insane. There's a reason why we had to do this episode.
Yeah.
The other day, we're about to leave, and I didn't even spray it on us, but we'd smelled this before. And in our head, because it's been 2 years, guys, we've been doing this.
Yeah.
And it's been a year since we did the episode. We thought, it's posted. It's out there.
Yeah.
And to our knowledge, what we remember, we weren't positive about it.
Yeah, I can't remember how we felt about it.
I don't think I was positive. I felt like I said dusty and stuff. But I took the sample out yesterday because we were like, hey, some of the stuff that some of the listeners had sent us last season, we need to get to. Let's do.
Right. We were prepping for new episodes, basically, for the podcast.
Yeah.
And you busted this one out, and I was like, well, we've done that episode already.
Yeah, so we'll smell it.
Yeah.
And I literally, this little 2 ml sample probably, sprayed it. It's officially from Frederic Malle's website. They had it shipped to us from there. Thank you again, Mike C. And we sprayed this, just one little spray in the air, and it freaking fumigated this whole fucking place.
One spray off of, it's a 1.2 mil.
Oh, 1.2 mil.
One spray off of that didn't land on us. We sprayed it and we're like, oh, wow, this is pretty good. Then we walked outside and it followed us outside. Again, we didn't spray our bodies. We just sprayed it in the air.
Yes.
And it followed outside. We're like, oh my God, we can still smell this out here.
We're talking like 10 feet from where we initially sprayed this
and
shit.
through a door.
Yeah. And we literally did a U-turn and walked right back in here to make sure. And we each sprayed it on our hands at that point.
Yeah.
And we're just like blown away.
So good. I feel like we've grown quite a bit in what we appreciate about fragrances. I guarantee you when we sprayed this first time, I couldn't pick out vanilla from a hole in the ground.
Yeah.
And as much as I've worn Ani, and that is like very vanilla centric, I was like, oh man, this smells kind of like Ani by Nichonnet, which means it's probably pretty strong vanilla.
Yeah.
But then there's a lot more going on. And we were instantly like, wow, this feels like we need to be wearing matching suits and carrying a Tommy gun, but this is a badass fragrance.
It is so badass, so old school. This is like the kind of shit I want to smell on our fragrance journey, like shit like this.
Yeah.
Where I'm just like blown away. It takes me back to almost an era. This is what a fucking man should smell like.
Yeah. Why don't we take a moment and just talk about how much it cost and what the trend is like on Fragrantica?
Cost will set you back, but this may be one of those ones where it's worth it. Cost for a 50 ml of this, officially from the website, going to run you $225. Not too bad, honestly. For what this is, I'm going to tell you, not too bad.
And that's just retail. Look, there's other avenues to go down that you can get this fragrance for cheaper. And I'll save the story for when we get to the skip it, sample it, buy it. But there's some options out there.
And right now, this thing, for whatever God knows reason, because this thing came out in the year 2000, by the way, guys and ladies.
Year 2000.
In the year 2000. Yeah, this shit is that old. I don't feel like if this has been reformulated or something, I don't know. But I'm just going to tell you, 225, 50 ml, it's badass. And I'm kind of getting ahead of myself. And also on the website, I've been hyped. Sorry, guys. I've been literally, Mike was posting shit on Patreon and Instagram. And I was like, come on, dude, I'm ready to do this episode.
Yeah, he's been hyped.
On the website, they also sell a 6.8 ounce body butter of this shit.
Yeah.
For $235. We'll wait for later here.
Yeah, you're trying to spoil the end of the episode. You're like, gotta calm down. Yeah, I can see why it is being so hyped, even to this day. The trend out of this world, because this fragrance, it's got something going on. It's not for everybody.
No.
It's very masculine, kind of skanky up top.
Yeah.
It's got something to it.
It's got everything I would want in a fragrance.
It's not, even if I bought a bottle of it, I couldn't justify wearing it as an everyday scent, just t-shirt and jeans.
But when you were dressed up?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's how I'd be wearing it. But who in general, Ryan, do you think is wearing this fragrance?
I hate to say this, but I think this is a 40 and up fragrance.
Okay.
I really believe that. It is 40 and up. We're talking pinstripe suit. whatever mafia colored shirt underneath that with a tie, the best fucking gaiters you can buy slapped on their fucking feet. They got some gray and black in their hair. It's a little wavy, if you know what I mean. You're kind of bringing it back, you know.
Are you describing Dan Pena?
I don't know.
Isn't that guy's name? Remember the guy we saw on Entrepreneur?
No. Yeah, it could be that old man. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
That old man wears this shit. And while he's wearing it, he's calling everybody pussies and everything else he likes to do.
Yeah,
look that up, guys.
Yeah, just look up Entrepreneur, and then I think his name is Dan Pena, maybe.
And just know that people pay thousands of dollars to sit in this guy's class for him to talk about how
big of a piece of shit they are.
Yeah, and like they ran down his leg early on and shit. Some weird shit, man.
Yeah.
Tells them he'll help them kill themselves. It's like the wildest shit.
Yeah.
Remember?
Oh, yeah. I remember. He's like telling them, hey, if you're going to blow your brains out, do it this way.
Yeah.
Oh, good God.
Yeah. And they're trying to make money, and this guy's doing this shit.
Yeah. You're pathetic.
But anyway, yeah, it's one of those this is a hustler. This is a guy that they have a lot of street smarts, and it's gotten them far in life, and now they're fucking business savvy.
I agree with you. It does feel pretty mature.
Yeah.
But there's something to it, man.
Yeah.
And is it not wildly different from the tester strip to your skin?
Yes. I like both of them, though.
Yeah, I do too. It's really good, man. It's hypey. So part of what we were talking about behind the scenes was that we thought, wow, if we hated this fragrance, which again, we don't know what the other episode is. We haven't even listened to it.
Yeah.
But it is going up, and you can see, and we're doing this episode before hearing any of it. So this is our new take on it.
Yeah.
It could be wildly different. But the point behind the scenes we were saying is, if it is wildly different, then we need to smell, because we got a decant of it originally.
Yeah.
Like aftermarket decant.
Yeah.
And we thought, if we did not love this, then either one, our noses have completely changed, or two, maybe the decant was wild and different.
Yeah.
And so we pulled this decant out, and we're going to spray it as well.
Let's do it. Give me a fresh tester strip. Okay. They smell different to me, but this one's not as bad. I feel like we weren't impressed with it the last time. That's the problem we're having, guys.
I'm going to give it a second, because this one's been living on the skin for a while, and this is a brand new spray.
Yeah. Wow.
They smell similar to me, if not the exact same.
Interesting.
Wow. See, on my skin, they smell exactly the same.
Not here. I don't know. My question is, if we weren't that impressed with it the first time, what was going through our heads? Because right now, I'm like, this is the shit.
Our taste can change, man. The more you try things and the more you appreciate things, the more your nose unlocks and you start to be able to smell certain things. Like, there's no way I picked up vanilla in this the first time. Now that I pick up that vanilla that's balancing out that sort of like masculine skankiness up top, it makes me appreciate it more, because it feels really balanced in a really interesting way to make a masculine vanilla fragrance.
Well, let me touch on that real quick, because Fragrantica, I don't know if this is something new, but it's something I've just started noticing. I think it's a new feature. If not, hey, forgive me, okay? They have a pros and cons section of a fragrance now. And I'm not going to go over all of them. I'm going to go over 2 points. One pro, one con. But one of the pros that stood out to me, because it really does encapsulate all of this, I thought was unique, was that everybody kind of agrees that it smells like lust, innocence, softness, roughness, dirtiness, rock star, and porn star. And
wow, all those?
I get all that, yes. Yeah, it smells like that shit, man.
Yeah, I can get where they're kind of saying that, like softness and maybe the vanilla, the roughness and like the masculine sort of, it's got like this burn sizzle on top of it.
Yeah. Here's the con, and this is the most important one. Everybody seems to agree, because these are voted on, quick decision could lead to a negative opinion of the scent.
For sure.
So is that what happened to us? Did we go through it too hastily and we just didn't like it at the time?
I don't know. I don't know if we didn't like it at the time. Again, I can't wait to hear that episode. I'm glad we're both Patreon so we can listen to it.
The benefits of being
friends with benefits.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know. I don't know if we liked it or didn't like it, but I can say if we didn't at the time, maybe we did rush through. We ran through the rose garden, as they say, instead of taking your time and smelling those things.
Well, skip it,
Sample it.
buy it.
What are you going to do, Ryan?
Well, I think we both almost did something.
Yeah. We almost did a bad thing.
Yeah. We came in the next day
Yeah.
and
We instantly knew what all the prices were at all of the gray market sellers.
Yeah.
We're like, oh, did you know that it's this price on Joma Shop? Oh, did you know that Aura Fragrances sells it for this?
Yeah.
Oh, man, FragranceNet, I applied the blah, blah.
yeah.
Yeah.
And the place we were wanting to get it from, it sold out.
Yeah, and I can see why, because they've got a hellacious price on it. We're not going to tell you where, because we don't want you to get it.
Yeah, we want it when it gets back in stock.
That's right. It was Aura Fragrances.
So this is, for me, this is a certifiable lock of the month, double stampsies, no tape backs. This is a fucking buy for me.
Yeah, I could see that.
This is a buy.
This is a sample, in my opinion.
Whoa, you were going to buy it the other day.
Yeah, I will buy it. Eventually, I will buy it.
But I thought we were supposed to live or die by what we would do.
Let me finish.
Okay.
I think it's a sample for all you guys out there because it says something.
It does.
It has a very strong voice to it.
Yeah.
And it's not for everybody. For me, the occasion that I would wear this in would be when I'm dressed up or I'm trying to really make an impression and I'm putting my best foot forward. I would not spray this on and wear this out just doing t-shirt and jeans or just willy-nilly someday. It would have to be a purpose that I'm going, spraying this on because I want to make a statement. I'm looking my best. I want to feel my best. This is going to give me that little extra boost of masculine energy that's really going to help me, cut through the crowd. And I bet to God it'll do it.
Oh, I know it will. We were so shocked at how far it traveled. It was insane.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this. If it was available right now for the price we're wanting, would you go halvesies and get 25 mil of it?
Well, that's a 100 mil bottle.
No, it's 50 mil.
For 180? No, it was 100 mil.
Are you sure?
I'm positive.
Well, fuck it. 100 mil, 180.
Yeah.
90 bucks a piece.
I would do that.
Yeah, I would too. And just split it.
Yep.
Yeah, that shit, it's sick, people.
Yeah, it's really, really good. I like it.
One last caveat real quick. Ladies, I'm just going to tell you, it's by no coincidence. There's a lot of female reviews on this on Fragrantica, women that are wearing this.
Yeah, but God, it would be so mature.
It would, but I could see the shit working.
For sure. Yeah.
I really could.
But where it's like 40s on men, oh God, I'd almost say it's like 55 and up for ladies.
No way. I think he's wrong on that. I think probably about the same age demographic, 40 and up.
Really?
Yeah. Man,
I just feel like it would be real mature on a lady. Now the dry down, because again, we did spray it on and lust after it yesterday. The dry down does lose some of that, and then it just becomes more vanilla.
Yeah.
And closer to what Ani smells like by itself. So, on the ladies, I know plenty of women that love to wear Ani, and I think it's a beautiful fragrance, works for men and women. This first hour, 2 hours, where it's got that extra masculine vibe, I think it does age and mature it quite a bit. But after that, I could see where 40s and up ladies would smell great wearing this.
Fuck yeah, they would.
Okay.
Hey, let's just take a quick minute. I want to talk about what we're going to be smelling on the next episode.
Yes, sir.
Fuck. We had a friend of the podcast write us on Instagram. One Helen from Australia. Hi, Helen. She writes, I just discovered you guys on Spotify. I'm listening from Australia, and you guys are LOL hilarious. Thank you. Loving your podcast. I would love to hear you both talk about 4711 original Eau de Cologne. It's been in production since 1792 and from none other place than Cologne, Germany. That's a thing? Oh.
Yeah. That's the town.
Wow. So fucking weird that just registered with me just now. I'll speak for a second if that's okay.
Please.
When we first started this fragrance podcast, there was a Cologne.
Some sort of other Cologne, the History of Cologne podcast.
The History of Cologne podcast. And we were so pissed that somebody had that name, the History of Cologne. I'm glad we didn't get something like that because it wouldn't have fit us. But it was about Cologne, Germany.
Yeah. Not the fragrances.
Yeah, no, just the town in general. Made a whole podcast about it. And it took forever for our SEO to catch up and pass that shit up.
For a long time.
But yeah, so that's what we're going to be smelling next time. It's 4711. We're going to do that for you, Helen, and that's going to be on the next episode. And until next time,
Spray it up, y'all.